This is my bedroom studio setup. One space that works for multiple purposes of recording, content creation, and grad school level kind of research and academic work. This bedroom studio is not just where I work, but it's also where I live and breathe ideas into reality. It's all about the space I've had and could afford. And so it means that this space is multi-purpose layered for so many kind of things with different kind of aesthetical dimension going with it. So in this video, I'm showing you my bedroom studio setup, which is just a single room that has my bedroom and also serve as my studio and my creative hub. So if you have a space that is really small and simple like this, you can also create it and make it multi-purpose for creating content. My name is Obeku. Welcome to the channel and let's go right into this video. So I'm doing a vlog style video with this kind of setup. This is why I sit mostly to record most of the videos. So I'm going to show you the kind of microphones that I use, the cameras that I use, the angles that I shoot from, and the light setup as well as the deck setup that I use to record the video I find with this kind of channel. So this is the entire studio setup and it has so many things going with it, as you can see over here. Whilst I sit here, record and also record over here and sit here to edit and do other things over here, I also come here to rest. So the balance matters to me, particularly as a content creator and as a student. It is meant to work quietly, but also to bring a lot of dimensionality to it. Beautiful, like clean merging of parts that makes a whole. So before anything, I think we need to start up with the base setup for this kind of setup over here. So the foundation of the desk setup is built around an L-shaped desk. And this L-shaped desk is meant that I could have multiple kinds of setup on the decks. This desk is very small and it's not really strong as I would want it to be. And majorly because I bought this from Facebook Market at a time that I was buying this, roughly about, let's say, 2 years ago. On this desk setup, there are 3 specific elements going for it. And I find them to be more productive to my taste and kind of work that I do. This is to the left and this is to the right. This side has the Samsung Ultra Wide Viewfinity 34 inches monitor, which is a 1440p display. And I use that one to primarily work on my academic work, my assignments, my school projects. It has been great, especially for research, for creative writing, for academic work and all that. And so it works important over here. To it is connected with a MacBook M2, a speaker over here from Anker. On top of the desk, you can also find keyboard over here, which is from RK Clutch, which is really good, very soft to the touch, very nicely for typing assignments and working on other creative things. You have the mouse over here, which is a gaming mouse, but it's also pairs with it greatly. You also have a bit of aesthetic going with it with this kind of desk lamp, which really brights and changes into kind of way that you want. So you have warm, you have cool, that you can change. You can also dim it and all that. A notepad with a pen over here that I used to jot a few ideas, especially when I'm grading student scripts and all that, that I need confirmation from my advisor. Mainly, this is one aspect of the desk that I really like, because this aspect of the desk is really simple, straight to the point. So on top of it, I have a deck shelf over here, which has some of my accessories going with it. This is from Snapdragon, which Snapdragon sent to me as part of Snapdragon Insiders. And also have a few kind of lights and other practicals from brands that I've worked with. And to the right over here, you're also going to find the amazing Samsung M8 Smart Monitor 4K 32 inches. For a long while, it became the base for my entertainment, for viewing content, for enjoying YouTube videos. The recent past, I've actually converted this to become an editing hub where I'm learning a lot of editing with DaVinci Resolve, with Photoshop and other creative things that I want to learn with. Based in that works over here is an M1 Max Mac Studio, which has 32 gig of RAM, and so it powers this, and that means that I can easily work on my creative things and start going on with the wall. So I have this one to have a keyboard that works over here, which plugs directly into the hub that is connected to the Mac Studio. Foundation of the decks that you're going to find in the studio, if that's what it's supposed to do. And I love the aesthetic going with it. On the wall, you have other things that I've pinned on the wall. You also have a few kind of watches that I've gotten from renting as part of collaborations. Headphones that I use occasionally for editing and also for listening to music from Edifier. This one from QCY, and also have one from JBL. This desk setup is going great. And I have this kind of chair that I use over here. it's one of the earliest thing that I bought for this kind of desk setup. It wasn't really expensive at the time that I bought it from Amazon. It's one of the things that I really want to change from this because I don't really like the economics of it. In the middle of the desk, you find something really interesting over here, which primarily is my editing hub, and that is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. I used to have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Plus, which I used to edit almost every video that I've watched on this channel and also on my social platforms. So basically, it's really awesome, and I found that the display on that and also the performance was just dipping down a little bit, and so I decided to trade it in and get this Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. This Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra sits in the middle of my two desk setup monitors. I have the S21 5G, which is my smartphone that I've been using for a very long time now. I've not discarded it. It's basically my school phone. So basically this is the entire desk setup that you're going to find in my bedroom studio. Let's look at how I also create contents and organize certain kind of things in this kind of studio. Over here, I have the Sony ZV-10 with a Tamron 17 to 70mm f2.8, which I use as my top-down shot with this desk in the middle over here. So anytime that you find any unboxing video on this channel, as well as any unboxing video that I find with my platforms on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, this is where I create the content. So majorly I bring the product down here and I turn on this camera. It is paired with a Rode Video Micro 2. This was my first camera that I purchased with the first lens that I bought, and it's been amazing, especially working in this kind of environment that I find myself. And it sits on this C-stand, which you can find over here. So I have three lights that going for it. So this light over here, it's very simple, and another light over here which serves as a fill to the left side, and this it will serve as the main light to this kind of setup over here. I really like this kind of content creation setup because I don't need to dismantle or break it down at any point in time. For example, I could just come and sit over here and this chair, pull it out and start recording with the Sony ZV-10. I can also put my camera over here with my Canon Access Mark II rigged out and put it right in front of me. And so sometimes you can find this background directly behind me, and I'll be able to record videos that I want, just simple as this, and then get great video quality out of this. So this desk in itself, that it helps me to create content as fast and quick as I want, and that has been really spectacular, especially with the Sony ZV-10 and this desk setup over here. All this backdrop that I have on it, the backdrop is able to transform into different kind of colors. So with this backdrop, I have the yellow and red over here. I also have this one, which is the white color, and cameras that I use to record content in this studio. So my main camera that I use to record content in this studio is the Canon Access Mark II, which I've rigged up over here. So it is my talking head camera that I use, especially if I sit at this angle. Sometimes I can also take it and bring it to this side and then use this backdrop as a talking head side. But primarily, this is where it is based. It's just here with bigger batteries going for it. It's rigged out, and so I'm using the NFPF batteries, which runs for longer hours, could even run for weeks without even changing the battery. The primary microphone that I use with this is a Deity V07U, which is a dynamic microphone, and this is really good. So I have a 3.5mm TRS cable which plugged directly into the 3.5mm microphone jack on the Canon Access Mark II, and then I use the USB-C connection that you find over here and connect the other end to either a smartphone or my tablet, and that serves as a power to power on the microphone, and directly I can just use it to shoot this way. I sit here and then I just turn this one and then start recording. The other microphone I also use is the Holland-Lac M2S, which I'm using to record directly into this Canon R8, which is paired with a 60mm f2.8 lens. I also have the Synco wireless lavalier microphone, which is great. iPhone 17 Pro Max, which I also use in conjunction with the Blue Yeti microphone, plugged directly into it with a USB-C connection. So you should record some content for my social media handles, especially TikTok and Instagram. Boya microphone, which I don't think I use anymore. I also have a new microphone that I'm testing from Comica. I also have the headline microphone, which was sent to me by Headline, which I love the design. It is vintage style. It looks beautiful. It looks amazing. The sound quality out of this USB-C is really spectacular. I use for making other kind of calls, especially on Zoom, because I've made a setup in such a way that I'm easily able to adapt it to suit my kind of content that I create and make within this kind of studio setup. We have this camera, which is the Canon R50V, which is spectacular, amazing, great for the kind of value that it provides. And then I have the amazing and incredible 45mm f1.2 SCM lens, which is my favorite lens at the moment for YouTube talking head videos. So essentially most of the videos that I've seen recently on this channel were shot with this RF 45mm f1.2. I also have the Nifty 50 f1.8 SCM lens, which was my first lens that I bought for my Canon R6 Mark II when I first bought it in probably around like in June 2024. Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, which I used to shoot almost all my deck setup content that you find on my Instagram and TikTok. The thing about this setup is that all the walls, the 4 walls that you find over here, are designed in such a way that they are meant to serve as backdrops for shooting any kind of content at any given angle. I have this beautiful curtain that I ordered from China, which is an African-oriented aesthetics, and I really adore it. And I'm recording with iPhone 17 Pro Max. This serves as a background. This kind of decks that you find over here was at this side, and that was when I recorded a long time with it. This is my main or key lights that I have, and that is the newer FX 150, and also it's a day temperature light, and so I don't need to change anything. I also have this simple light from Amazon, this one, another one at this side, and then this one also over here. Starting out, those are the lights that I began with before transitioning to this. Back of each monitor, this side of the wall and the mirror, they all have Govi strip light that you find over there, and you just use a simple app from Govi to easily toggle it on and off. So this is basically my bed that you find within my bedroom studio, and my bed is angled at this left side in such a way that it is far off from the monitors and other things. And I also made it aesthetically pleasing to look more beautiful for my kind of taste and likeness. This simple, calm, cozy is really beautiful. It's very inviting, especially once I'm done working from this side or from this side. I easily jump on to my bed and get some sleep. Very beautiful, with this kind of motivational kind of plug that I have over here, which I take inspiration from it from time to time just so I can stay motivated. So even more significantly, I think that this setup has become one of the most important things that I've ever created in my entire life as a curator. And it serves as a great purpose to do so many things in this space, make a lot of things right, and also to create content as fast, quick, adaptable. I wanted a maximum use and functionality of this space such that at any given point in time, I can still create, make content for the channel and my social platforms as well. I'm not yet monetized on this channel, but I think that I've seen a lot of progress with this channel since settling here and consistently creating for this platform. I really thank anyone who has subscribed to this channel since the time that I started creating consistently on this channel. We've seen a tremendous progress in the kind of subscribers that you have now. Very, very supportive. Give me all the maximum support that it matters the most to this kind of channel. So I'm really grateful. And in 2026, I'm just hoping that things will go well, be able to optimize this channel in a better light, creates better content that enhances your productivity in terms of how you use your tools, either smartphones or cameras and lenses, to create content for yourself. My name is Abeku, and I really enjoy staying in touch with you. This is my bedroom studio that you find over here. I think if you have any question that you want to ask, if you have a simple space that you also want to convert into this kind of setup with the maximum output and functionality and productivity centeredness that you want, you can just drop a comment below in the comment box. Let's stay in touch. My name is Abeku, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.